ॐ ॐ यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तमहदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशम् मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। वेदान्तार्थविभासकाय गुरवे शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादीनगेन्द्रसङ्घपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां विद्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने। सर्वतन्त्रस्वतन्त्राय सदात्माद्वैतवेदिने श्रीमते शंकरार्याय वेदांत गुरवे नमः। योऽवतीर्ण इहाचार्य रूपेण यतीनामुदे श्रीमन्नारायणं वन्दे तं हरिं करुणानिधिं। मननाख्यं प्रकरणं वासुदेवयतीश्वरैः रचितं विस्तरेणाद्य संग्रहेण प्रकाश्यते। बालानां उपकाराय मम विज्ञानसिद्धये तत्र श्री बालगोपाल कृष्ण सन्निहितो भवेत्। ओम। Beginning from the 8th chapter, for the next few chapters, next 4 chapters to follow, the 4 different lakshanas to distinguish what is Atma, the self, is going to be discussed. Since there are these 4 lakshanas over here, each chapter will exclusively deal with one lakshana. What are those lakshanas? Here it is said, Vaktavya Pratishya. So beautiful. Pratishya means a committed declaration. The declaration of commitment, rather. Pratishya. Kasam khate. This is what we will deliver. Itah paramatmanaha purvokta sharitraya vilakshana avasthatraya sakshit panchakosha vyatiriktatvam satchidananda rupatvam चत्वारि लक्षणानि क्रमेण चतुर्भिः वर्णकैः उच्यन्ते. From here, 4 lakshanas of Paramatma are going to be discussed. Now what happens is that when you are going to discuss what is the lakshana of Atma, And what is the Lakshana of Brahman? Then, obviously, there is going to be Brahma Lakshanas, Atma Lakshanas. But the interesting part of it is when the Lakshanas of Atma are going to match with the Lakshanas of Brahman, what will happen is Lakshana Aikyat, Laksha Aikyam. So you went over there in order to see what is Paramatma. And what did you discover as Paramatma is nothing but this self. And therefore, what was called as Paramatma was nothing but Atma alone. How did you come to this? Lakshana Aikyat, Laksha Aikyam. This is the principle in action. एतेषु शरीरत्रय विलक्षणत्वं पंचकोश व्यतिरिक्तत्वं च atadvyavritti lakshanam. So now we have four lakshanas, but these four lakshanas are going to be under three categories. First category is that of atadvyavritti lakshanam. Basically, what is the function of a lakshana is to distinguish it from everything that it is not. Correct? To distinguish it from everything that it is not. Atad vyavritti. Okay. Atad vyavritti lakshanam. So this is the first. And under this first category of atad vyavritti, this is general, this is going to be there present in all the lakshanas. But just this is going to be there in this first lakshana, and that is where Sharira Traya Vilakshanatvam and Panchakosha Vyatiriktatvam. When you are going to discuss Atma with reference to the Sharira Trayas and Panchakoshas, how is that discussion going to be? Is that you are going to say it is something, Atma is something other than the Panchakoshas or other than the Sharira Trayas. So thus there is this distinction. Atad vyavritti lakshana. Okay. Avastha traya sakshitvam. What about when you are going to say this is mostly used by Ramana Maharshi in most of his discussions, and that is Avastha traya sakshitvam. The witnesshood of all the three states, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. Avasthatraya Sakshitvam is what kind of a lakshana? It is Tatastha Lakshana. Does anybody have the definition of Tatastha Lakshana? What is it? Kadachit Katve Sati Vyavartakatvam is called as Tatastha Lakshana. That will be told to you. Okay. But for now, you can just keep this in mind. Then there it is called as Tatastha Lakshana. Then Satchidananda Swarupa is Swarupa Lakshana. So how many kinds of Lakshanas have you discovered? Atadvyavritti Lakshanam, Tatastha Lakshanam, and Swarupa Lakshanam. Under the Atadvyavritti Lakshanam, Shariratraya Vilakshanatvam and Panchakosha Vyatiriktatvam. These two are going to fall under Atadvyavritti Lakshana. Then, now this is Atma Lakshana. By all this, what are you going to find? This is what Atma is. But how does it then, does it match with the Lakshanas of Paramatma? Correct? So, now it is here said, Tatha Akashadi Shariratrayantam Drishyajatam Neti Neti iti Vakyena Vihaya Avashishtam Vastu Atma Iti Atad Vyavritti Lakshanam. Okay. Now, in case when the discussion is what is Brahman, over there also, Akashadi Sharira Prayantam Trishyajatam. Beginning from the Panchamahabhutas to the three bodies, Sharira Trayantam Samashti Ityadi. Sharira Trayantam, how is it? Drishyajatam. But the Shruti now takes the stand and says, Naiti, Naiti Vakyena Vihaya. How does it show Naiti? That this Akashadi Sharira Trayantam is not Atma, not Brahman, not Paramatma. Iti Vakyena Vihaya. Then it's not directly saying by putting the finger, this is Paramatma. Vihaya, Avashishtam was whatever then is left behind. Whatever is there. Ashesh Nishedaka Sakshi. That what is left behind after everything is denied. Uh, Everything is denied. Whatever that vastu, Atma is Atma. So some people come to the conclusion that it is the shunya of the Bauddhas, nihilism, but it is not so. Uh, it is vastu, not avastu. So vihaya avashishtam vastu Atma iti atad vyavritti lakshanam. So these three lakshanas that you have found as your tool are going to work with Tatpada as well as Twampada in the Viveka of Tat as well as Twampadas. Okay. Right. How does the Tatastha Lakshanam work in case of Tatpada? Here it is said, Asya Prapanchasya Yad Adhishthanam Tadatmavastu iti Tatastha Lakshanam. Asya, you keep all these names with you. They will, it will, in due course, it will be made clear. Okay. but keep them as it is going to be useful. You will soon have the clarity about it. Asya prapanchasya yad adhishthanam, that which is the very substratum of this entire prapancha. Asya prapanchasya yad adhishthanam, tad atma vastu, that itself is atma. Now, what atma is not said directly, with reference to something, correct? Like avasthatraya sakshi. Atma is called as sakshi. But can you call somebody sakshi or anything else without reference? You need a reference. And that reference, therefore, over here, just as in the earlier case, it was avasthatrayas became the point of reference. Over here, prapancha becomes the point of reference. Wait a minute. Visual. Asya prapanchasya yad adhishthanam tad atma vastu. Now, how is this atma paramatma shown? With reference to prapancha. Is it some one of the objects of prapancha? No. Asya prapanchasya, entire nama rupa jatam, that what is, that belongs to this category of nama rupa, entire, manifest as well as unmanifest, of present, past, future, everything. Asya prapanchasya yadadhishtha, that which is the substratum of this prapancha, is called as Paramatma, Tadatma Vastu. And therefore, it is what? Tatastha Lakshanam. Okay. Is Prapancha called as Atma? Or is one object of Prapancha called as Atma? Then what is called as Atma? Atma is something distinct from this Prapancha. But tell us, what is Atma? So now Atma is being told to you with reference to the Prapancha only, as the substratum of this Prapancha. Okay, just as the clay is the substratum of the pot. When clay is being introduced to you as the substratum of pot, then that pot, that lakshanam becomes the tatastha lakshanam. Got it? Like that. Asya prapanchasya yadadhishthanam tadatma vastu. Iti tatastha lakshanam. Satchidanandaha Purnam Nityam Atmavastu iti Swarupa Lakshana. Now, Swarupa itself, the very nature of Atma, is made as the Lakshana. Okay. So far, it is not the Swarupa of Atma that is made as your distinguishing characteristic. Somewhere it was Sakshitvam, somewhere it was Vilakshanatvam, Vyatiriktatvam. This is made as the distinguishing feature. But now, what is it that is this? Satchidananda Rupatvam, which is the very nature of the self. That itself is made as the Lakshanam. It is Swarupa Lakshanam. Now, when this is done, in case this is how your Tatpada and Tvampada Viveka is going to be. Thus, what are you going to find? That on one hand, you have Atma, and on the other hand, you have understanding of Brahman. Now, the understanding of about Brahman is exactly as the understanding of Atma. Then what are you going to say? It is the same thing. Okay, isn't it? Now, there are two people and they are using two different words. Okay, two different words. One of them says water. The other one says jalam. What do you mean by water and jalam? First one says water is that which quenches the thirst. The second one says, okay, we have jalam that quenches the thirst. Now, should they both fight that whether water quenches the thirst or jalam quenches the thirst? Or they come to an understanding that what I call as water, you are calling it as jalam, isn't it? So thus, lakshana aikyat, lakshaikyam. Got it? Lakshana aikyat. This is the principle which is working. Lakshana aikyat, lakshaikyam. Got it? Iti swarupa lakshana. Furthermore, asmin ashtama varnake shariratraya vilakshanatvam uchyate. What are you going to study here in the 8th chapter is Shariratraya Vilakshanatvam. We are going to take the first Atadvyavritti Lakshana. And under this Atadvyavritti Lakshana, we have two Lakshanas of Atma. One is Shariratraya Vilakshanatvam and Panchakosha Vyatiriktatvam. So out of these two, what are we going to deal with in the 8th chapter is Shariratraya Vilakshanatvam. Shariratrayasya jnane tad vilakshanattvam api dursheyam iti prathamatāh Shariratrayam uchyate. Now, in order for you to understand what is Shariratraya Vilakshanatvam, what is the prerequisite that you understand what is Shariratrayas? Correct? Once when you know what is Shariratrayas, then you will know what is that which is not Shariratrayas. And therefore, Shariratrayasya ajnane. If there is ignorance of the Shariratrayas, tad vilakshanatvam, being distinct, separate from the Shariratrayas, is also difficult to grasp. Durjneyam ataha, and therefore prathamataha. What is the primary thing that is done? Shariratrayam uchyate. Okay, now Shariratrayam. Sthulam sukshmam karanam iti Shariratrayam trividham. Now, in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga, Bhagavan calls idam shariram kaunteya kshetram ityabhidhiyate etadyo veti tam prahu kshetrashyam iti tat vidaha. Correct? Idam shariram. By that word idam, what do you understand immediately? Idam shariram kaunteya. Then what is called as, that is called as kshetra, the field. So Shariratraya Vilakshanatvam is indicated to us through the Shruti Smritis only. And so this is how the Lakshanam is formulated. Sthulam Sukshmam Karanam iti Shariram Trividham. This Shariratraya means the body trio. What do you mean by this trio? What are the three things in it? The gross body, the subtle body, and the causal body. Iti sthulam sukshmam karanam iti shariram trividham. Tatra sarvesham pratyaksham kara charanadhyavayopetam stambhavat varthamanam. Yeah, yeah, that's sthula sharira. Tatra sarvesham pratyaksham. That what is directly seen by all. What is it? It is a samsthana. It is an assembly of what? Of various organs, hands and legs, nose, head, and so on and so forth, torso, all this put together. Kara charanadi avayavopetam. These are the various avayavas. Stambhavat, like any pillar that uses the road. Stambhavat Vartamanam and is present. Yat Tat Sthula Sharira. I remember many years ago when we were just students, brahmachari. One, this Varkari, Varkaris, Varkaris, those who go to this Pandharpur Yatra. So one of their spiritual leaders had come, was invited, and he did a what a wonderful pravachan and kirtan. And there are about 100 people. They will stand with Rama Krishna Hari Jai Jai Rama Krishna, and they have them. This what do they call those symbols? What sound it creates. Uh, so he had come, and then in his pravachan, he told one story that how Sant Jnaneshwar Maharaj, with his yogic powers, made a wall move, fly. Uh, so the wall flies and comes wherever they had to go to that. You should read that. So this Varkari fellow said, even today also, this phenomena is seen. All of you, big, heavy walls and pillars from Bombay have come all the way over here. So, Stambhavat, like a pillar, this body is how Stambhavat. Karacharanaadi avayavopetam, endowed with all these various parts, avayavas. That is called as sthula sharira. So what all things have gone into the definition of sthula sharira? Sarvesham pratyaksham. Okay, it is something that is perceived through the indriyas, and not that only for some people will see. No. Sarvesham pratyaksham. The second thing is that it is an assembly. The third thing is that it is inert. And the fourth thing is seen as present ease. Okay. So these are the four elements that have gone into the definition of Sthula Deha. Okay. Sarvesham Pratyaksham A. Karacharnadi Avayavopetam Stambhavat. Now, what do you understand by that Stambhavat? Inert. Otherwise, you call if you have son or somebody or nowadays daughters and everyone, you know, the mother and father are doing everything. This fellow will not even lift a spoon. Okay. Then there's a खंबे के जैसा खड़ा है. Otherwise, he is being introduced to somebody, respected elder, let us say, some teacher, some Mahatma has gone. Swami ji, ये हमारा बेटा है. And this fellow is standing. The mother, खंबे के जैसा क्या कर रहा है? पैर छूना. Stambhavat. But over here, that is not what is meant. Stambhavat. Stambhavat only over here means inert. Okay? Because, you tell this wall is good, not good. It doesn't make any difference to the wall. So and so, it doesn't make any difference to the body. You call it Miss Universe or you call it whatever. To the body, it doesn't make any difference. Why? Because it is nothing but just jada. Stambhavat vartamanam yat tat sthula shariram. Then, what about the sukshma shariram? Now you understand that this is called as sukshma shariram, which means it is not something that is perceptible through the indriyas. Okay. What? The indriyas themselves are not perceptible through the indriyas. Correct. The Rupa Ranga, you look at this. Rupa Ranga is perceived by the Chakshurindriya. But Chakshurindriya is not perceived by Chakshu or any other Indriya. What you have these are the balls of flesh are only golakas. And the Indriya is the faculty which functions through these golakas. Therefore, Indriya is something that is other than the golakas. Correct. Therefore, technically, here in our Shastra, we don't call this a structural Indriya. This is only a machinery from where the Chakshurindriya functions. Okay. Therefore, Chakshurindriya by itself, how is it? Atindriya? Indriya by itself is Atindriya. But Ruparangadi is Indriya Gamya. Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha. This is all that you have as this world which is perceived. What else do you have as this world? Pratyaksha world. Nothing. But just permutation, combination of Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha. That's all. Nothing else. Iti. So now, how are you going to define Sukshma Sharira? So, Pratyakshatva cannot become the part of definition in case of Sukshma Sharira. Got it? So, what is it? So, it is said, Sapta Dasha Avayavakam Sukshma Shariram Sapta Dasha Avayavaatmakam Sukshma Shariram. That which is consisting of 17 elements, that which is is called Avayava, 17 parts, is called as Sukshma Sharira. Okay? Or, even when we make biryani, we have 17 ingredients in that. No. By over here, we will make it clear what 17 parts. Not garam masala and all. 17 parts. What is called as Karana Shariram? And this Karana Shariram is Ajnanam eva Karana Shariram. Ignorance itself is called as Karana Shariram. What kind of ignorance is this? This means not knowing Atma is Brahman itself is the nature of this ignorance. So, Ajnanam eva Karana Shariram. Sir, but why are all of these three called as Shariram? What is that Shariram? You can give it a synonym in English and say body. But what is the meaning of this word Shariram itself? So he gives you the Vyutpatti. Etesham Shiryate Kshiyate iti Vyutpatya. Shariram iti Nama. Etesham, of these three, Shiryate, that which disintegrates, which goes on a decline. Shiryate, Kshiyate, iti Vyutpatya. This is ऊपर जाना है iti Vyutpatya Shariram iti Nama. That is the reason why it is called as Sharir. Okay. Why Sharira? Shiryate, Kshiyate, iti Shariram. Some Mahatmas have a very interesting way of saying. क्योंकि ये शरारत करता है इसलिए शरीर है. Shararat matlab and mischievous, creates a mischief. That's why it's called as Sharira. Shararati. They will create some trouble. All the time trouble. If you don't have a toothache or everything is okay, there will be at least constipation. Something or the other is going to be there. Some mischief it has got in its quota. So that's why Shiriyate, Kshiyate, iti Vyutpatya Shariram iti nama. Tatha hi idam sthula shariram अन्नाभावे श्रियते अन्ने विद्यमाने की व्याधिना शीर्यते. Sir, what do you mean by that? It disintegrates and goes on a decline. What do you mean by that? So now he makes it clear that what is the meaning of that word shiryate for us. Idam shariram. So look at that sharira, that sthula sharira. What has happened? Annabhave shiryate. Annabhave shiryate. When when there is no food is provided, it will emaciate. Correct. So when I used to actually subsist on Diksha in my early days, and then people who saw me after a long time, what has happened? Only bone and skin, all that. Some people must have seen that, Buddha in penance. That, have you seen that sculpture? The stomach has gone inside, gone so much inside that from the stomach part, you can actually see the vertebrae. It has stuck to the back. Every vein, I cannot go to that extent. Okay, please. Not nothing. Just that thing is that I had lost a lot of weight. I was healthy and good. Nothing was wrong with me. Now, with this much of weight and all that I have put, there is blood pressure. So, shiryate. Anna bhave shiryate. In absence of food, it gets disintegrated. And that's why it is. That is Anne vidyamanapi, suppose even if there is food, Anne vidyamanepi vyadhina shiryate. Now it goes on a decline or disintegration through some sort of an illness, disease, disorder, diabetes or something is going to be there. Anne vidyamanepi vyadhina shiryate. In but there are people, normally we have seen at 60, 70 also, they will wear some chaddi and run around jogging in the park. What is that? So that abhavepi. So there is no reason that annabhava is also not there. Vyadhi is also not there. Then what, they will become acharamar or what? Some people have got, hey, Swamiji, look at me and tell me what is my age. No one knows the age. 16. This fellow was very happy. No, 16. Sorry, you are the only one who understands I'm 16. I jog every day. This whole park I jog. Good. Tadabhavepi. So there is no vyadhi and there is no, this dearth of food also. Vaya parinamena shiryate. Yet it is by sheerly by the process of aging, it will disintegrate. Okay, so that's why idam sthula shariram annabhave shiryate. अन्मये विद्यमानेऽपि व्याधिना शिष्यते तदभावेऽपि वयः परिणामेन क्षीयते. So the shiryate will be always there, no matter what kind of food, organic food you feed or whatever food you feed, it still will be. Whether you do yoga or you do aerobics or whatever, it still will go on a decline. That's why all these former bodybuilders, champions, now you see them, you know that Arnold Schwarzenegger and all these people. Now, once upon a time, they were Mr. World, eh? Mr. World 7 times, Mr. World. Now what? Just one Mr. in the world. So, Vaya Parinamena Shivyate. This is what it is. So now you see this quality of going on a decline or disintegration is in the sthula sharira. And therefore, this that what is sthula pratyaksha is called as sharira. Okay. Pallavam iva. Now, what about the sukshma? That also you are calling it as sharira. So even this quality of declination or the quality of disintegration also should be seen there. But it will not be like the sthula sharira. Okay. How is it? Pallavam iva. Like the, uh, you know, like the leaves of a plant. Those who have pots in their balcony, you people will understand. So one day you forget to water your plant and then the leaves go drooping. And then, hurry, what did I do? I did not water. So you in a hurry carry water in a bucket and put some water into the pot. And another half an hour, again the leaves are fresh and good, crisp, isn't it? That is what all these vegetable vendors do now. If you have seen, they will keep on sprinkling water on the cabbage and everything. Why? So even if it goes little, what do they call? Yeah, flowers wilt. What is it called? Murjhane ko.
Wilt,
Yeah,
wilt.
Wait.
So if you see that pallavam iva sukshma shariram api kadachit vardhate kadachit kshiyate रागद्वेषाद्यन्तःकरणवृत्ति विजृम्भणम् एव सूक्ष्मशरीरस्य वृद्धिः तासां संकोचः एव जीर्णता. Now he goes to tell you what is, now that you have drawn a similarity between the Sukshma Sharira and a plant where it vardhate and kshiyate. Okay. Now you have to justify it Then how do you say that there is it's Vardhana? Vardhana means it's, uh, it's expansion and contraction. How? So over here, Raga Dveshadya Takarna Vritti Vijrumbhanam. The Vijrumbhanam means like yawning, how you spread your mouth and big the mouth becomes like that. The expansion means where the Raga Dvesha Vrittis are in flared up. That is called as Vritti of the Sukshma Sharira. Where this Raga Dveshas become weak, and that is called as the weakening of the Sukshma Sharira, drying up of the Sukshma Sharira. Sankocha eva tasam sankochaha eva jirnata. Okay. If you people know that in the 7 stages of Jivan Mukti, which are there given in the according to the Yoga Vasishta, the first one is called as Shvecha. The second one is called as Vicharana. And the third one is called as
Tanumansa.
Tanumanasa. What happens in Tanumanasa? That Tanumanasa means where the mind goes on thinning out. Now, this is all required before the knowledge takes place. Shvecha, Vicharana, and Tanumanasa. Okay. Then in the 4th stage, there is this Brahmakara Vritti which takes place. And therefore from 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, these are the Bhumikas which are in the Jnana Dasha. Whereas the first 3 are in the Ajnana Dasha. But these are all required. So in the 3rd stage, the mind goes on, what is it called? Diet with people. What is it called? People go on becoming thin. Tanvikaranam is the word, but you people call in English also when people go on a diet, it goes on losing. So what is it? It simply means where the raga dveshas become weak, where your actions, reactions, and responses are not through raga dvesha. This is the tanvikarana. And so what do we mean? What is it that we see as the quality of decline, which should also be seen in Sukshma Sharira? And that is where the raga dveshas become weak. It is called as its sharanam, kshaya. You people know that Chandrama is cursed with kshaya roga because this Chandrama, we are all done, the time is over. This Chandrama was cursed that he will slowly go on, what do they call, diminishing, and finally will perish. And that is the reason why you see the waning of the moon. Okay. So that is called as the Kshaya Roga. So we have the word Kshaya Roga even for TB, tuberculosis. In our Indian language, it is called as Kshaya Roga. What happens? That the person becomes weak, and thins out, and finally perishes. Like that, Kshiyate. But the Kshaya of mind is not like the Kshaya of Sthula Sharira. If it gets its food, it will once again come back with in its original expanded form. Okay? So that's why you should not ever trust. All the raga dveshas are gone, everything. Now I'm saintly figure. No, it will not take very long to come back. So therefore, don't trust it. Why? Because pallavam iva sukshma shariram api kadachit vardhate kadachit kshiyate. What is called as its vardhanam? Its vijrumbhanam means antak ragadveshadi antakkarana vriddhi. Vijrumbhanam eva sukshma sharirasya vriddhi. And what is called as its kshaya? Tasam sankochaha eva jirnata. Okay? This is how it gets worn out. Jirna. Worn out. And so we find this quality of Sharana, Shiryata. Where have you found? Even in the Sukshma Deha. And this is the reason why it is called as Sharira. So thus there is Sthula Sharira and then there is Sukshma Sharira also. Why are we looking at Sthula and Sukshma Sharira? Because the first definition of the Atma, which is the what kind of Lakshanam is it? Atadvyavritti Lakshanam is what? Sharirataya Vilakshanatvam. This is the distinction. That's why we are looking at these Shariras. ठीक है यहाँ तक ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः महादेव 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 Thank you all.